So a lot of my videos from a long time ago were written in really low keys, and I'm sure some people that learned them and then tried to take them to their worship leader experienced the fact that they were singing them 3 or 4 keys higher. So if I did one in D, they might have really been doing it in G, and they said, sorry, you're going to have to do it in the key that we're playing it in. So I'm going to teach you a couple things, how to transpose the song. Well, he'll give you, whoever the worship leader will give you the chord sheets, or you can ask your worship leader for the chord sheets and the keys they use them in. Or you can use a capo. Let's start with the capo. So, let's say that you did a song in D. You learned Light of the World, Here I Am to Worship. So you did it in D where it's pretty low. Light of the world, you step down into dark. But let's say the worship leader is going to do it in G, which is a lot higher. So it'd be like, light of the world, you step down. So that's pretty much most of the worship songs are going to be in a lot higher key than what I taught you in. And so what you could use is this little magic capo. Go down to the music store and buy yourself one of these for 10 bucks. And what you'll do is to make that in D or in G from D, you would switch it to E, F, G. You put it on the 5th fret and play the chords in relation to the capo. So it's a normal D, La, A, G. Okay. So that makes it in G. So that's one way to do it. And it's hard to explain without like a chalkboard, so I'm just going to show you this little graph right here. So hopefully you can see that. And what that is this is the keys of the guitar, or the strings of the guitar, starting in the big string down here, even after dinner, giant boys eat. So that's the big E, little e. And so as you can see, between E and F, there's only a half a step, which is 1 fret. And then between F and G, G and A and B, there's a whole step, which is 2 half steps. And then again, between B and C, there's only a half a step. So basically between E and F and B and C, there's 1 fret, or half of a step. Between all the rest, you'll have the sharps in the middle, so it'll go E, F, it's half a step. And then from F to G is a whole step, 2 frets, because it goes F, F sharp, G, and again G, G sharp, A, again A sharp, B, and another just half a step here between B and C, and then C, C sharp, D, D, D sharp, E. So what that means is, in order to use a capo, you're going to adjust for that. So let's say you're starting out right here. This is your home fret right here. So if I played a D, if I wanted to make that an E, I would move it down a whole step, 2 frets, 1, 2, and I put the capo on the 2nd fret. So let's say I wanted to make that an E, the key of E. So I would move it 1, 2, and put it as close to the front of that fret as possible. Now that D is an E. Move it again. E to F is only half a step. That's an F. And then again, a whole step, 2 frets. Now it's a G. If I did it again, whole, half, 2 halves. My son's trying to get the capo. Can you leave that alone, please? Thank you. Here. Yeah. So, hopefully that helps if you only had those chords memorized. Or let's say you like playing in G. So, let's say, Jonathan, thank you. So let's say you like playing in G because it's just G, C, D, maybe E minor in there. And they want to play it in A or B. And that's hard if you're just learning to play the song in Hey, Jonathan, you're okay. Yeah. You want to play one? Here we go. Okay. So, you could excuse my son loves to play my guitar. So let's say you just know those G chords. You're just starting out, and that's all you know. So, let's say they want to play it in B. So from G to A is 1, A to B is 1. So that's 4, so you would put it, let's say they wanted to play it in B, you put the capo on the 4th fret, and then now you can just play your G, and that's really a B. Because you went G, G sharp, A sharp, B. Let's say they were going to play an A, which is like Chris Tomlin, a lot of songs are written in A or G. But let's say they were planning to play it in A because the singer sings a little bit high. Put it on the 2nd fret. Now every G you play, the shape G, is an A. And every C is a D. And every D is an E. And every E minor is an F sharp minor. So if you look at that there, just use that little picture. And you could say, let's say I put the capo on the 2nd fret, that would make everything 2 over. So if the chord was a G, it would be an A, 2 over. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. Email me, Smitty, SMITTY9879 @gmail.com. I prefer that. I hardly ever check the YouTube emails anymore. I just don't have time. So hopefully that helps. Yeah.